Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy DonDon Gaming back at it with another video. Today's video, we're going to be going over the new Shades of packs and as well as that, the takeover card Darren Williams today in this new MyTeam set. So, cards we have here is Ousmane Dieng, Benedict Marbury, Jabari Smith Jr., Nicholas Batum, Jason Richardson, and as well as that Christopher Bosch. And then takeover card Darren Williams. So we're going to go over all their stats in the entire. We're also going to show you guys how to get the Darren Williams as well. So stay tuned for that. But with all that being said, let's get into these stats. So starting off here, we have Ousmane Dieng. So small forward, power forward, 6'10", 7'2" wingspan. So lengthwise, the dude's elite. He has one finishing badge, which is Pro Touch. He's mainly a playmaker and defender. I know 2K kind of compared him a lot to Nicholas Batum, so very interesting enough. The card's not too bad as a Sapphire, but hopefully he gets a lot of stuff evolved. We're going to go straight to his diamond here because that's what most people are going to stop at is his diamond. But looking at him, he gets a couple more finishing badges post Acrobat Slippery. He becomes a great, well and true at playmaking badges as well as that defensive-wise. He definitely gets a lot boosted. But sadly, he does not get gloves. So if he has a steal challenge, it's going to be a pain again like it has been for the past couple of weeks of these cards. None of them have had glove and it's been a pain in the butt to do steals. But stats-wise, he becomes absolutely nicely boosted with +5 driving dunk, +10 in basically all the post moves. Pretty good ball handling, great pass accuracy, decent defense all around, which is very, very nice boosted. As well as that, his speed gets up to +1, which is not much. But sadly enough, he does not get a +3, plus anything to his three-pointer, which is not the greatest. But, you know, it is what it is. But if you boost him up with a coach or in the shoe and some badges, he becomes perfectly fine. But his animations, though, if you guys don't know, his jump shot is one of the best in the game, at least what I've heard. So having to green with that should be pretty simple. The dribble style, he can't really dribble like that with Pro, but he does have the Pro leaner, which I've heard people have mixed feelings about this so far this year. So, but yeah, he's so far a pretty solid card, not gonna lie. Moving on to our next card here, we have Benedict Marbury. He's a shooting guard, small forward, 6'7", 6'10" wingspan. A pretty good hot zones, honestly. As a Sapphire, he's actually really good for a Sapphire card. 85 driving dunk, 81 speed of ball, 80s athleticism, 81 three-pointer. Great badges all around. He's actually not too shabby as a Sapphire. But, oh, he needs to get 20 steals. Oh, 100 points and 20 steals. Ooh, okay. Well, here's the requirements right here. So you need 25 points, 5 steals, 50 points and 10 steals, and then 100 points and 20 steals. So doing that is definitely going to be a pain, but he gets really well boosted with his strength and athleticism. His shooting gets up boosted really high. Inside scoring gets boosted pretty nicely. His defense is still a little bit lackluster in the block and the interior, but the perimeter and lateral quickness and steal help out a lot. Sadly, just like the other card, he does not get gloves, so he's definitely and he also doesn't get interceptors. So having to upgrade him to get all those steals is definitely gonna be a pain. But all around though, he's definitely a very more offensive type card. He has his own jump shot on quick, Jordan dribble style, Kobe crossover, Pro escape, but he has normal leaner, which you're going to be able to take leaners pretty nicely. Benedict Matt Murney is pretty nice, not gonna lie. Don't think he's the best, but he's pretty good. Next up, we have Jabari Smith, one of the last rookies, 6'10", 7'2" wingspan. I don't know why they didn't just put him at the small forward, just like they did, the other guy. But hey, it is what it is. But looking at him as a Sapphire, he's definitely really good in the offensive. Can get a dunk or two in, but not the greatest athleticism and not the greatest defense either. But he does have badges to prove himself as well in defensive end, as well as at the shooting and the finishing. Upgrading him, you need 25 points, 10 rebounds, 50 points, 20 rebounds, and you need 100 points and 40 rebounds. He gets boosted up a lot more in shooting, a lot more in the inside scoring. He gets a lot boosted in the defense, but not enough to where it will really make a change in the game. His athleticism pretty much stays the same besides in the block and the hustle. His rebounding gets boosted up very highly, and he also gets silver rebound chaser instead of like gold or Hall of Fame, which I would figure he would have since he needs 40 rebounds, but nonetheless, pretty solid. I definitely would not advise you guys to play him at the center position just because of his lack on defense. But power forward though, he definitely be very nice. But you have his own base on quick, normal leaner, Joel Embiid dribble style, which is not very it, and he has some pretty good dunking packages as well. All three of these rookies are not the worst. They're definitely more mid than they are anything. But if I had to suggest and you guys should go for any of these three rookies, I'll say go for Benedict first, then Jabari, and then Ousmane. Now, I would say go for Ousmane if you can get down his jumper. Then go for Ousmane. Then we'll go Benedict, Ousmane, and Jabari. But with the way the state of the game works now, if you can shoot well, you can Jabari Smith is gonna be very nice for you. moving on to our next card here, actually getting into the sets, we have Nba2K23 here, and with this power forward, small forward, 6'8", 7-foot wingspan, really good hustle on the left side of the court. Not a single finishing badge on him, which kind of sucks, but he gets 4 shooting badges, and he can hold a couple here and there. Playmaking and defense is obviously where he's going to excel. 80 plus in basically every single stat that matters, besides in really just the the post, inside scoring, the strength, and obviously the pass vision, and pass IQ. So it doesn't really matter. This card's pretty much perfectly fine for an amethyst. I definitely guys if he's like under that like 20K mark, I would definitely advise you guys to pick him up if you guys are lacking on a power forward, small forward. But he's a very, very good card, honestly. Not gonna lie. With his stats, he has his own based on normal timing. I heard people say that he has kind of the weird hitch in his jump shot. So if you can get past the hitch in his jump shot, he'll be perfectly good for you. Pro 2 leaner, Michael Jordan dribble style, which is very great dribble style. Kobe escape, Michael Jordan crossover, Dame behind the back. He's gonna be elite dribbling wise once he gets like a better card later on in the year. He's gonna get a very nice card, not gonna lie. But Nba2K23, solid card, not gonna lie. Moving on to the diamond of the set here, we have Jason Richardson here, shooting guard, small forward, 6'6", 6'11" wingspan, hustles from basically everywhere outside the 3. A couple spots in the mid range. Great finishing badges, obviously. We all know Jason Richardson's elite for his dunk. He also gets silver bully, which is going to be very interesting to see. Great shooting badges, pretty good playmaking badges on him, not too much, more so for dribbling, but nothing else crazy. And he only gets 4 defensive badges, can't hold anything else pretty much besides box out beast, chase down artist, off-ball pest, and rebound chaser. Stat-wise, pretty much 80 plus and everything else, but that matters. Just the strength is lackluster, the interior is low, the steal and block is not the highest, and neither is the rebounding. Inside scoring for the post moves suck, but the driving dunk, driving layup, and draw foul is pretty nice. Animation-wise, though, he has Devontae Cook and Penny Hardaway's base on normal timing, pro leaner. Obviously, not the greatest dribble sigs, but with it being on normal timing. But if this jump shot's actually very nice, he'll be a solid 2 guard. I'll probably compare him to someone like a Vince Carter. I think that's probably the best comparison for him. So I'll take that though. If y'all want to spend like the 400,000 MT for Vince Carter, just pick up Jason Richardson. He's just gonna be a budget version of that, and he's probably gonna be around that 40-50K mark anyway. So not too shabby. Moving on to the last card of the bunch here, we have Christopher Bosh. Power forward, center, 6'11", 17 wingspans. Everywhere, basically, from the corner to the inside, is in the hot zones. Great finishing badges, honestly, on him. Definitely would advise you guys to add on fast twitch. Sadly, it doesn't come with posterizer or limitless, but he can hold every other finishing badge. Shooting badges, basically everything you basically want. Just missing a couple here and there, like agent, amped, limitless, and deadeye. Playmaking badges, he wasn't really well known for his playmaking, so I understand why he's pretty lackluster there. But I would definitely advise you guys to add on a quick first step if you want to try to take him to the paint. And also unpluckable, just say he doesn't get the ball stripped that much. But defensive-wise, he's definitely not lackluster, but he's also not the highest. With him not having chase down artist or challenger or menace or on him, it definitely poses a challenge. But he's a great rebounder, great finishing, great shooting. Only 64 steal ball, 58 ball handling, which isn't good. 70 in the speed though, which is not too shabby either. Defensive-wise though, 88 interior, help, pass, and block is not bad. Steal is actually kind of helpful, but the problem is that since he doesn't have glove, it definitely won't be hard for him to get on-ball steals, but in the lanes with interceptor will help a lot. And his animations, Chris Bosh base. I don't know how that base is this year, but hopefully it's not that bad as last year's, but a lot better. Normal leaner, so he definitely could take leaners with him, and obviously normal dribble sigs with obviously his same sigs. So yeah, Chris Bosh is definitely a very good stretch 4. I definitely think he's probably the best, if not one of the best, if not the best power forwards in the game. But if I had to say anything, I would advise you guys to either, if you guys want to run like a 5 out, this is probably the best 5 out person to have. Or if not, you just want to kind of run like a better stretch 4 and then just have a big body at the center position, that properly works. But Chris Bosh is like that guy to run. But if I had to rank these cards based on their abilities, I would say Chris Bosh number 1, Jason Richardson number 2, Nba2K23 number 3. Personally, I also would go with Benedict with 4. Jabari Smith at the 5, and then last minute Usman. They only will switch depending on how well his jump shot is and how well his animations are in game as a diamond. That's kind of the only difference. But moving on to Darren Williams here, we have a 6'3", 6'6" wingspan, point guard, shooting guard, hot zones from the top of the key. He has okay finishing badges, not the greatest. Definitely more meant for a guard. I wish he had Giant Slayer already added onto him since he is going to be a smaller guard. But hey, sure luck, it is what it is. He can hold every single shooting badge in the game, but he already comes with most of them you already need. Really good playmaking badges as well. Definitely ready to add on vice grip onto him, but he does not come with a single defensive badge at all, so he's definitely going to get really bodied up as a point guard. But he has great playmaking stats and shooting batches and athleticism. His strength sucks, though. His inside scoring is definitely not good, besides in the driving layup. His defense is also very lackluster as well. So if you run him, you're basically just looking for him just to be kind of that offensive threat minus the dunking. He's basically like a Curry, but just he can't guard anybody, and as well as that he can't really dunk either. Because Curry at least has a 65 dunk, which he can dunk, but he can't, sadly. But he has Gugad Bidez jump shot, and as well as that Davion upper on normal timing, normal leaner, pro dribble 6, and regular Luka escape. So he's not the greatest point guard in the game. I definitely don't think he's top 10, but I will say if he is a easy and short grind, which we're about to take a look at in just a second, he's a pretty nice card if he is a short grind. I definitely guys go for him, but if he's like the Elgin Baylor, Donovan Mitchell grind, I would say I'd absolutely avoid this card just because he's not the greatest to that. You know, same thing people said about Elgin Baylor, bro. He's not that good. Darren Williams is not that good. But if you are able to get him, if this is an easy grind, then I would suggest you guys to go for him. But let's look and see how you guys can get Darren Williams. So switching over to the MyTeam streets here. If you guys don't know, if you do a daily today, the daily agendas today, you get a rare franchise moment, which is kind of cool. But for this, what we're looking for is Darren Williams' takeover set. So this one, you need 57 points and 7 assists with the Nets player. So my best advice for that would be to go in token market and buy either Kyrie Irving or buy Kevin Durant, in my personal opinion, just to kind of get those Nets players kind of easy and done. Next, we have 137 3-pointers with a point guard. If you guys have a Curry, if y'all have a spare Curry, I would tell you guys to sell him because everybody will be picking up a Curry today just for this challenge. But if y'all don't have a Curry, if y'all got Donovan Mitchell, if y'all got, let me think, Marcus Smart, any of those kind of small guards that have pretty good 3-pointers, I would advise you guys to get them. But yeah, that challenge is pretty easy enough. Next time, we just win 20 games with 3 Jazz players. Just go into a TTO offline game, go into a clutch time offline game, go to challenges, and just win games. It's not that hard, honestly. Just win 20 games. Like, it'll go by very quickly if you do it in a challenge or in a TTO. Next up, you gotta get 124 assists with Cavaliers player over multiple games. My best advice is that if you guys did get Donovan Mitchell, use him. But as well as that, you guys can go to the token market and use anybody from the Cavaliers team. You know, you guys can use a Darius Garland. Y'all can use an Evan Mobley. And just run a starting 5 of them and go into a challenge game. And then finally, you need to score 31 points and get 16 assists with a Mavericks player in a game, which is not too shabby. Just, you know, I'm going to keep saying that. I know I said this like 17 times, but go to the token market, pick up a Luka, and you'll be perfectly fine. And then with all that, you get Darren Williams. So, to be honest, compared to all the challenges that we have gotten for these takeover cards, this is probably the easiest one to probably get. The only thing is that you're going to have a lot of tokens to get some of these cards if you guys don't already have players from these teams. But as well as that, the rewards also are very nice with the rare franchise moment option pack from the East, a rare franchise accolade from the West, and also, you know, a rare franchise accolade option pack. Like, these are really nice rewards that we've been waiting for and be asking for these takeover cards. So, knowing that they actually did this and it's easier to grind, I'm absolute W's with this. So, shout out to 2K for that. 100% down with that. Thanks 2K for actually making it a lot easier for people to get. So, but I advise you guys, if you guys have the time for it, pick up Darren Williams. He's definitely going to be a very nice card. But yeah, with all that being said, if y'all did like the video, please leave a like on it. Subscribe, share if you guys are brand new. And with all that being said, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.